I was 55 years of age when I found I had cancer. Just hearing the word cancer is very devastating. It's like a Mack truck hitting you. I had a tumor that was like 5 centimeters, very large. It didn't bother me as much as it bothered my family who was there in the waiting room. People of color don't talk about cancer because they've been taught usually at a young age, don't say anything about it. I've heard them say someone has the bad disease. But as growing up, I didn't know what a bad disease was. I recognized the need for women of color to have a support group to know what was going on. I started Sisters of Hope in 1998. We'll cry with you, we'll laugh with you, but we are there to get educated about what to do to help ourselves and others. Let's talk about it. Let's find out what's going on so we can help each other.
I think the initial reaction was just denial. When somebody young or in good health gets cancer, there's just that sense that, are you sure? Is that the right diagnosis? I've always considered myself an active person. I enjoy running, doing triathlons, kayaking, hiking, biking. Initially diagnosed with cancer, I thought, is this going to change my lifestyle at all? And actually it did. It may have slowed me down for a few days here and there, but I've run half marathons and done triathlons during my treatment. So it actually was very motivating to stay active and even bump up my level of activity. Cancer made me realize that there was more that I could do with my life, and I stayed active during cancer treatment, and I'm even more active now post-treatment, and I have this attitude that I can accomplish virtually anything.
The word cancer itself scares me. Her doctor had told her before to have one, and she kept putting it off. And so Kathleen took her by the hand.
She was just scared. So I talked her into getting the mammogram. I got her on the phone with scheduling and got her scheduled for an appointment.
It's my first mammogram I'd ever had, and I was 67 years old. So I'd heard all the horror stories of how painful they were, and I've got hardly any pain tolerance anyway. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. But I'm sure glad I did, because it doesn't hurt at all.
Actually, it saved Shirley's life because Shirley ended up having cancer. So her and her family are very appreciative.
I leaned on my family for support. They all put their arms around me and said, it's okay, it can be taken care of, you'll be okay, you know. And I was okay. Family means being together, the love, the support, the togetherness. It means caring, it means helping. That's the way it is with Carol Milgard Breast Center. I consider Carol Milgard Breast Center to be my family. They are part of my family now. If you need a mammogram, for heaven's sake, come in and get your mammogram, but come to Carol Milgard, because they are marvelous people.
I did not discover my lump. In fact, there actually wasn't a lump to discover. I routinely every year got a mammogram.
Then this bomb just landed on us out of the blue.
And I got a phone call from my doctor, and she said, I'm sorry to tell you, it's cancer. And so I got off the phone and I thought, oh God, I've got to call Mackenzie. And I knew he would be much more worried and upset actually than I was. He was very encouraging and wonderful, and we'll get through it. I know he was devastated.
It was like the world just fell in on me. It was just impossible to realize this was actually happening.
He went to every single appointment with me. He listened to everything. He heard things that I didn't hear.
As this thing developed, it just became our illness.
I felt so loved. I really did. I felt so loved. He gave me hope that I would get beyond what we were going through. I am confident that getting screened made a huge difference.
Made all the difference in the world.